Do you hear those sounds? Yep, it's the sounds of an airport. And believe it or not, after all these years, I still get excited when I stand in an airport and look at those signs as to where they're going. From Borneo to Zanzibar. I want to be there, or I've been there. And most of all, right now, I want to take you there. Hello, this is Adriane Berg, host of the Ageless Traveler, and I'm here to introduce you to the Ageless Traveler so you know what to expect each and every week as we post our podcasts and blogs and hold live Facebook salons. We're all about fun, friendship, adventure, and contribution. No, we're not a typical traveler show. We do offer guidance through our guests and resources to ensure that you start to travel and never stop traveling. I'm a travel addict, as you can tell. I've been to 110 countries, and I don't mean to stop now. I meet people, though, who face barriers to starting to travel or continue to travel. The Ageless Traveler is designed to knock down those barriers to travel, like health issues or fear of travel or tight money, lack of time, loss of companions, and even travel burnout. I just met a couple who had been to 115 countries, more than me, but they told me, sadly, they no longer know where to go. They're kind of burned out on travel. Well, that's not fun. Friendship is the key here. Trips, weekly Facebook salons, and by the way, we bring people together both if they're armchair travelers or active travelers like me. I've collaborated with several tour companies, river cruises, cruise lines, to travel together at the best prices with both pre- and post-tour meetings in person and on Zoom, so you never lack a travel buddy. And we continue to be friends throughout our weekly salons and webinars. Have you ever been on a trip and you met some people you really like and you thought, gee, I'd like to keep knowing them, and then all of a sudden you lose contact? Well, that will not happen when you travel with us. You know, there's so much to know about travel, whether it's your health, how to stay healthy, what to eat, what to see, how to pay for it. I have access to a battalion of experts to answer your questions, to speak to you directly, and to show you how to travel best. How do you do that? Well, it's very simple. You join our Facebook salon and get in touch with everyone. Now, why a salon? Why do I call it a salon and not a Facebook group? Well, a salon really reminds me of a living room where smart people talk to each other about art, about what they love, about theater, about their experiences in life. So you can contribute not only to us, but to each other. Everybody wants to hear your stories. And you can even publish your stories on our blog. Yes, you can go on agelesstraveler.com, take a look at our travel stories, and see our editorial policies, so you can express your voice through your travel stories. Now, don't get me wrong, our podcasts do take you to great places worldwide. Here's one example. Listen to this music. Do you think that you might be in Scotland? Well, you're not. I'll tell you exactly where you are. You're in Galicia. Yes, bagpipes and drums are some of the most important historic music of Catalonia, Galicia, and places that I love to travel, like walking the way together. Now, I am aware that although most of our ageless travelers are very active, some of us cannot travel. So I'll always have remarkable video journeys for you and events where we can truly virtually travel together. Now, here's just a little bit about me. I've been on the air for decades, pioneering some of the first money shows on radio, CNN Business. I'm a podcaster for the United Nations, On the Ground podcasts, and a podcast for older adults, Generation Bold, the Fountain of Truth about aging. But what is really essential to my story is that when I was 11, my dad passed away, and I really did become depressed. It was a sudden death and very hard for a small child to bear. But one day I was asked to travel. My mom arranged it, and travel it was, to Israel, to Paris, to Amsterdam. And guess what? My depression lifted. And since then, that's a long time ago, my friends, I have loved to travel. And this is my second act, helping you travel all of your life. We are not travel agents, and we are not tour guides, but we have selected and curated the best trips for you, and they will be ongoing, allowing you to not only meet each other, but the people of various countries or domestically when we travel from state to state. Now, I do have one great ace in the hole. I'm a United Nations representative from the International Federation on Aging, and I'm a member of the NGO Committee on Aging, very involved with the United Nations. And what does that mean for the Ageless Traveler? Well, it means we can meet interesting people and the kinds of people you might not ordinarily meet on your travels, so you never burn out on travel. It also means that we have another agenda here, and that is increasing our life purpose as we live longer. That's why I created the Ageless Ambassador Program, where you discover how to choose what you love to do and implement any of your dreams. Let's do a quick exercise right now. Sit back, relax, and think of yourself as receiving a prize. Picture it. Picture the award that you're getting right now. What does it say on the plaque? What does it say that you have done to deserve this? Well, whatever that is probably your dream come true. And we can shepherd you through all of that. Now, there's one more thing I want you to know about me. I'm a culture vulture. I love art, museums, performances, and I will report to you on what's happening worldwide. Festivals, music, food, fashion. And here's a little example. It's a place that I love to go every single year. Usually it takes place in Harrogate. Now it's moved to Buxton, England. And guess what it is? The Gilbert and Sullivan Society Festival. So we are in front of the Opera House in Buxton for the 29th Festival of the Gilbert and Sullivan Society. I'm going to take you into the theater later on, but for now you can see that there is a band, brass band, just finished playing some of the very familiar to these folks tunes of Sullivan. What we're going to be seeing tonight is the Gondoliers. Now, I mentioned experts. The show's first 4 episodes are introductions to our fitness guru, wellness coach, spa, and hotel experts. We even have a resident gerontologist. And I'd like you to meet those advisors and listen to those. They're all about 10-minute shows because you can ask them questions right on iTunes, Spotify, Ageless Traveler contact page, and we will answer them on the show. As for our show's structure, it's pretty simple. I interview authors and experts and travel insiders on every single show. Then we do a Zoom video with our guests and place it on our YouTube channel. I also add my videos, which are usually hints and tips on travel, better aging. Sometimes, honestly, I rant and I rave when the world does not strike me right. And I offer news you can use. Here's an example of what you might hear on any of our shows. This one is about national parks. Do you love national parks as I do? Well, if you're 62 years or older, you can buy a $20 yearly pass or an $80 lifetime pass online. The pass covers entrance and standard amenity, day uses, recreation fees for pass holders, and their companions to more than 2,000 recreation sites managed not just by the National Park Service, but by Fish and Wildlife Service, Bureau of Land Management, Bureau of Reclamation, Forest Service, and the Army Corps of Engineers. At per vehicle areas, this one pass covers all passengers in a non-commercial vehicle. And where per person fees are charged, the pass covers up to 3 adult companions. Now, this is a bargain, and you'll find out all about it in our show notes and exactly where to go online to get your pass. We also offer hints and tips and money savers and other ways you can become an insider and travel more. Here's one on airline costs. You know, sometimes the cost of airfare is our biggest barrier to travel. And here are 3 tips that can make air costs more affordable for you. Did you know there's such a thing as error flights? Yes, airlines do make online mistakes as to costs, but they have to stick to what they post if you catch it in time. So you can't sit by your computer all day long hoping for an error fare. What do? Well, in the show notes, we'll show you different websites you could visit. They follow those error flights for you, but grab them when you see them. Now, what about triangle flights? What's that? Well, some countries, Turkey, Morocco, and many others, give you bargain fares if you visit their country. For example, I recently flew from Amsterdam to Morocco. Really, I wanted to go from Amsterdam to LA. But on Air Morocco, I got such a great fare, and I spent a couple of days in Marrakesh and also Casablanca. When I travel to London, I usually stop for a few days in Istanbul and then go to London. Why? Again, I love the city. I get to see it. The fares are lower. And finally, you may wonder why Colette Tours is my choice for going together to Iceland, Portugal, and on safari. Well, one of the many reasons is that they include the airfare. So always look for tour operators that really give you a great internal bundled deal on your tour and your airfare. We did that. And you want to come with us? Well, simply go to agelesstraveler.com, take a look at our featured trips, and travel with us. And finally, of course, we offer trips. Here's a little blurb on our trip to Iceland, which is coming up in October of 2024. Have you considered traveling to a place of incomparable beauty, great adventure, and spirituality? If so, did you think of Iceland? I didn't think you did, but I did. And we're traveling in October 2024 on a quest to see the magical Northern Lights. Colette Tours, a leader in small group trips, arranged everything for us, including a 3-night expedition to see the lights. The flight is only about 4.5 hours from New York City, and you can even add on Greenland if you're like me. We'll go together. All the information is at the Ageless Traveler website, agelesstraveler.com, featured trips. And of course, there's always discounts. agelesstraveler.com, featured trips. Never stop traveling. Please tell your friends about the show. And where can you and they find it? Well, we're on all the disseminators. We're posted on our website, agelesstraveler.com. We're active on social media. And of course, you can join our Facebook group, Salon. Yes, it's a salon. And you'll see all of the links and the show notes every single week. Every episode gives you those notes so you can find the resources we refer to on the show. Now, if you're an armchair or an actual traveler, please remember that Ageless Traveler belongs to you. We can plan book clubs, culinary experiences, travel fashion shows, festival travel, mindfulness, and beauty retreats. And now I have a request just for you. Follow us on iTunes and Spotify or any other podcast disseminator that you use and review our show. You can find instructions on how to do that on our website, agelesstraveler.com, on the podcast page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Tell your friends about us. Travel with us. See the trips we're going on the featured travel page of our website. And ask any of the questions you want on our website contact page, or better yet, join our free travel salon and talk to us live. But above all, never stop traveling. This is Adriane Berg for the Ageless Traveler, here to make sure you never stop traveling.